Florida, the bounce house, home of the UCF Knights. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the UCF Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Rebels will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's McNabb. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the UCF Knights offense will take the field first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Off the RPO, complete. Oh, what a cut! Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of bringing the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running east-west.
They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, and getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
We're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, fourth down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got him. Powers through the defender. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Catch in the middle. It's Charles. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get the ball and catch the slant.
The Knights are threatening on first and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the pick. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense has the ball for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Buying some time. And the ball comes out. What a disaster. Turns it on down the left side. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The defense putting points on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the top.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it up? They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way.
Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bettis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. With the run on first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella
looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Lawrence. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Off play action. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no.
A lot of room to the right. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Throwing right. It's caught. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Line getting set on second down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Fires to the tight end. That's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on for a massive fumble recovery.
On first down, he just sneaks it ahead. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
On third and long, he has to throw for it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First two drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on third down, now setting up fourth.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Converts on fourth down, still going. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Knights will snap it on first and 10. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll line up for a second down play. Pulls and fires complete. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Knights are rolling down the field. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now with his legs and...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCF!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. First down sack, pushes it back, now it's 2nd down. Back to pass on 2nd down. On the move, he fires. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snagged out of the air. Turning it on. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left...
Oh, it's picked off. Looking for more room. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Rebels.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Davey, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking downfield on first down. He makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
All kinds of time to survey the field, and he throws left.
And I'd like to see the receivers do a better job fighting to get open on that scramble play. The quarterback's flushed out. He's working to his left. You now need to break the route off. You got to run with him. Someone's got to go down the boundary. Someone's got to come back to the quarterback and give him a place to go with the ball.
Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, any chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys inside the bounce house.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David.
Snags it down the right side. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? The defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is humming.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Rebels in the hurry-up. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Gossett. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's first down at the 27.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Hard running there. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab on the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Looking for the tie with the extra point. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. This is a designed run. Got the first down and more. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call him run. It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point was good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Pulls and fires complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Here comes the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his...
Breaks into the open. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
They want to run this quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll return it. Smacks it with the stiff arm. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Nice move to keep running. Stopped at the 25.